Time store. Was it? Where is the deep? Where's the Arakin? It's Harko. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Fly around the Arrakis. You can find the Arakin. Home of Harko. Road.
Something approaches me. In order to determine if it is an aid or an impediment to my plans, I must dissect it. Mentally, of course. You remain of little interest. For the moment.
Trader.
No credentials? Then beat it.
Credentials. The jails everywhere in Harko. Just full of jails. Everywhere is jail. Everyone is. Wow. We appreciate you.
I see you. I see you. Just a moment. I mean no offense by my delay. My limbs do not respond as quickly as they once did. You will be wanting a dram of my water, is that right? I trace my blood through theirs, yes. But we here have grown far from our brothers and sisters out in the far reaches of the desert. I myself have never even seen the inside of a siege. Oh, I know nothing of their world, but location you. will find nothing if they do not wish to be found. Fortunate for someone like you. Meeting them would be only the beginning of your troubles. This is their world, their home. Outfriend bring nothing but misery. To the Fremen, you may serve only as water for the tribe. Oh, I have lived here all my life. Even so, I don't think I can tell you very much. My father knew so much of this place, a story for every moment. He was a fine man. It's been Harko village since before I was born, but my father told me that not much before my time. It was called Gerona, before the Harkonnen came. Their name is lost to my memory, but many riches they had. My father spoke of them many times. I remember because he wished the Harkonnen never came. Father said life before the Harkonnen was hard, but not cruel. The Harkonnen changed everything, but it's all I've ever known. Oh, so many things. Old stories of our people, songs he taught me. But there was one thing I still remember, because it always set my mind to dreaming. I'll say, but only if you never tell another. I will trust you.
What is it?
He said that Harko hides a great secret. I know every old place has secrets, but this was different. If you find it, you'll tell me, won't you?
Yeah, okay. Ayo. Where's the donkey? What is this?
Yes, I see you. State your business. This is not a den of leisure and luxury it appears to be. I am busy. What do you want?
Yeah. Let's buy stuff.
I'm going to stop you right there and say straight off that for any repair, construction, or renovation job, I'm booked solid through the next 8 months. So don't even ask. Best I can do is maybe let you have a few supplies, what little I can get my hands on, that is. War's great for repair work, but the supply chain's as gone as the Fremen.
Hello. If you're planning to head out to collect spice, I have all that you need.
What do you have? You just have food. So, if I'm planning to collect spice, I need to drink your coffee? Come on, dude. Loyalty, choose survival. Damn, look at that! It's a club! People be clubbing.
Welcome to Hanovar's. Follow 3 simple rules and you'll have a good
Anushka
time.
Hannibal.
Rule number 1. We maintain a segregated lounge. You must stay within your own designated cast area. The Na Familia will not abide a low-born interloper, and I don't want to hear the bitching. This rule is for your own protection. They sit around waiting for any excuse to invoke Canley and kill you where you stand. Rule number 2. All drinks cost what they cost. You pay up front, no haggling and no discounts for any Harkonnens. Don't even ask. Rule number 3, stay out of the back room. It's off limits. I'm Anushka Hanovar. This is my place. Because you've never been to my homeworld. Every millimeter of stonecrete, every glass portal, and every shape beam in here is meant to invoke a unique construction detail found only on the ice planet, Lankivale. In truth, we are shamelessly borrowing from the renowned design mentat Hansia Einwald, but I'd like to think he would be flattered. If he wasn't dead. The nautical theme and ornamentation celebrates our homeworld's most famous export. The magnificent and priceless furs of the great Beyondak's whale. The bones of which hang suspended above the beer hall as our dramatic centerpiece. This particular specimen was an especially infamous and fearsome beast known as Krasinok. Me? That's a good laugh. No, that would be my father, Ilyich. He was a railroad captain in his younger days. In fact, father was granted this place as a boon for catching the beast. Krasinok sent more than 30 boats to the bottom before father finally took it. 11 men and 4 limbs were lost in the 8-day running battle with the beast. Narrow harpoons bristling from its ivory hide like a hedgehog. A hide that now hangs behind the Baron's rather ample habitus as a fancy dress cape.
So, if I remember, the trooper, meet Kara smuggler's Harko. My smuggler contact too. Fresh intel. Right. Okay. Nothing's okay. A drink with a serious twist.
Yes? What can I do for you?
This is a Harkonnen place. If I were still with my unit, I would not survive long here. Now the Harkonnen regard me with hateful indifference. A status I have won by no easy means. That, my friend, is for another time. Try to stay alive until then.
A kitten wanders in from the dark, lost and afraid. Can I help you, kitten? Kitten, if you needed to know that, you'd know. Why don't you come back and talk to me when you have something to talk to me about?
I like her.
You are not recognized by the Landsraad.
Okay, fine.
It seems the benevolence
Can we avoid the chaos
Oh, it's sold. Hell yeah. So we can get the money. Oh, that's awesome. So I decided to bank account. Hell yeah. I sold the sync chart. So I would like to sell another sync chart. That is the let's try and buy some stuff. Cheap. It's a Call of Stream. There's a sandbag stuff. So there is a light scan. For the scan module, what I need. It's gonna buy. Only 2,000. We're okay. 5,000. Partial return. Bunch of. It's a good. Rather compact compactor and makers all this edit price power. Oh wow, that's actually cool. Attracts less of a worm. It's a good idea. Fantastic. aluminum, 1,000. Oh, for 1,000 each. Yeah, that was 1,000 screw. Still salvage 200. Yeah, the shock sword is so great. Yes, everything done. These things. So,
Refusing to conform to Harkonnen directives is a direct challenge to our sovereignty, Ascendor.
let's click.
Welcome back. That's a special drink. Fresh cedric juice is hard to come by on Arrakis. Was there anything else with that? You're the second one looking for Tuco in the past week. I don't know and I don't want to know. I've got enough drama in my life dealing with the Harkonnens. Same thing I'm gonna tell you. Most of my clientele don't want to be found. And I don't ever ask. Kara sent you, huh? I warned her about dealing with Tuco. He's as greasy as it gets. Tuco must have finally ripped off the wrong mark, and they want him dead. It's actually surprising it took this long. Tuco's a slippery bastard. Won't be easy if he doesn't want to be found. See that room at the back? Normally, I would advise anyone and everyone to stay the hell out of there if they like the skin on their bodies. It's a Samut lounge. The smugglers use it to coordinate their Harko operations. He doesn't have a choice if he wants to avoid pissing off Fenring any more than he already has. The smugglers keep a ledger in there to coordinate dead drops. Tuco's in that book somewhere. If you want to find him, you need to walk into that back room like you belong there and check the book for yourself. It's written in code, of course, but if you can look it over and report back, I may be able to figure out where Tuco is holed up.
Okay.
Welcome back. That's a special drink. Fresh citrus juice is hard to come by on Arrakis. Was there anything else with that? Well, this is just an informed guess, but I'm pretty sure that code refers to a dead drop on top of one of the rock spires in Jabal Ifrit.
Jabal al-Ifrit. Okay. So, who else wanted me to do something in Harko? Enter shuttle passage. Oh, the main quest. Black market. Search Harko. Practice.
Joining communal gatherings to celebrate the glory of House Harkonnen. Unity strengthens our resolve and fortifies our
Welcome back. At its heart, a village like any other. At least it was before they came. Grigori Harkonnen was an unusually agreeable village lord, especially for a Harkonnen. But then Carthage was destroyed, and all those great house bastards took up here in Harko. Glossu the Beast Rabban and his snake of a mentat. A name I shall not utter lest his evil gaze turns upon me. Have to hand it to Grigory, though. He played it exactly right and stood aside before the beast could push him from the spire. I speak the truth, that is all. The beast can eat Yazla. Our loyalties were to Count Abelard Rabban, not his demon son. The Count used to sail with Father on whaling expeditions. It was Abelard who presented us with this beer hall in gratitude for ending Krasinok's reign of terror. But I think Father looks at the boon as more of a retirement gift from an old friend for a life of loyal service. It said Glossu strangled his father to death with his bare hands. I pray it's not true, but it said that's how the beast got his name. wise, no. But wisdom is in shorter supply than water on Arrakis. I say what I think, and there's nothing they can do about it. I know where the bodies are buried. I know their big secret. A hidden truth about this town that would bury them all if it ever found the right ears. And they know I have contingencies in place, should anything happen to me or father. It's a stalemate. I mess with them and they can't do anything about it. But they know I'm stuck here. Father is too old to go anywhere else, and I won't leave him. So they've got me where they want me. Until he's gone. But that's another... The same thing that happens to any poor savages that don't submit to the Imperial yoke. My world had its own primitives that suffered the same fate. The ones who adapt survive. The Fremen had no chance against the Sardaukar.
Okay. So, search Harko village for a black market trader. Yet again.
Only House Harkonnen possesses the strength and foresight to safeguard our prosperity. Obey without question, for doubt is the path of destruction. Trust in the wisdom of House Harkonnen. Guide us.
Interesting.
Join in communal gatherings to celebrate the glory of House Harkonnen. Unity strengthens our resolve and fortifies our allegiance.
Wait a second.
Let the echoes of history remind you.
Welcome, stranger. What business have you with House Alexan?
How's
If you haven't heard of House Alexan, you will soon. Our influence grows rapidly into hearts, minds, and most of all, stomachs. We're traditional farmers and producers. We feed half the Imperium at any given time and make sure that nobody from Mala to Noble goes hungry. Oh, but you're wrong. Arrakis has the greatest crop of all, melange. A part of my mission here is to study the methods of harvesting and find options. Alas, I have said too much on this topic. Please, let's speak of other things.
they want to grow spice on another planet?
I'm not really the person to ask. You need to have signed a contract of allegiance to a major house to even participate, as I understand it. The name is Graham Candace, diplomatic envoy for House Alexan. I think that's my title anyway. It's a bit complicated.
No idea what it.
Truth be told, I'm just a glorified farmer. More at ease with gourd seeds than politics. But they needed to send someone, and, well, here I am. Well, I may still have dirt under my fingernails, but I know enough about politics to avoid just giving out that information. Perhaps. I've been told to find the right sort of help to achieve our long-term goals here on Arrakis. In payment, I can offer political goodwill. Our vote on the High Council of the Landsrad. In matters pertaining to Arrakis, we can be swayed with the right incentives.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Welcome, fellow citizen. How is it that the Imperial Tax Administratum can assist you today? I'm afraid that's a matter you would have to take up with the Imperial Bailiff Authority. In most cases, you would simply be given additional time to pay, at the end of which you would pay, or be remanded to a local debtor's prison until your outstanding balance was settled. Unfortunately, that second outcome mostly equates to the death penalty, or so I'm told. Apparently, the pox is rife within the dungeons, and one is not expected to survive very long. So pay those taxes. I am the duly appointed agent of the Imperial Tax Administratum, a small but critical cog in the mighty economic engine that drives our glorious Imperium ever forward. An engine, I may add, that requires a nearly incalculable and inexhaustible source of fuel to continue forward. And what do you think that fuel is? Of course, it's money. Indeed, your salary contributions, whether they be from property tithes, regional taxes, or the like, keep our great engine lurching ever forward. And it is my sacred duty to collect them. They are remitted to the Imperial Treasury to be dispersed as our great Padishah Emperor and his Mentat auditors see fit. I'm sure there's a war somewhere that needs paying for. There isn't much to tell. One provincial backwater is much the same as the next. Although, I'll admit, some are less desolate than others. While Harko has the makings of something more, I'm afraid that potential will never be realized under the current administration. While I'm certain that Count Raban has the village's best interests at heart, I'm afraid he is all consumed with the Neo-Carthag construction project. And unfortunately, Neo-Carthag is both over time and over budget, which leaves the Count with little bandwidth for village matters. And Harko suffers as a result. Why Count Raban doesn't simply restore the village's previous and rightful lord to the position is beyond me. It's Count Raban's own cousin, Grigori Harkonnen, a most agreeable and competent village headman, if there ever was. Grigori was the custodian of Harko long before the beast and his retinue arrived, and will be so again when Neo-Carthag is finally complete. Not even the Baron himself can predict that. No, the project has been plagued in every way possible. From sabotage to sandstorm damage to the theft of key construction materials, which are then offered back to Count Raban at an exorbitant markup. Thus far, Neo-Carthag has been an unmitigated disaster. Believe me, I've seen the books.
Okay. Oh, she doesn't. Got it.
And what are you supposed to be?
Jesuit.
Gone. So you have. Perhaps you possess a hidden dimension I failed to recognize. If your skill as an operative matches your impudence, you may be right. I have a task for you. I've come to Arrakis in pursuit of research critical to a theory I am trying to prove. A theory I will prove. It's far too complex to explain. Suffice it to say, it involves the study of bloodlines, specifically the bloodlines of the early Fremen. Many have been pillaged and destroyed, but not all. The Sisterhood has been studying Fremen culture and genealogy for many thousands of years. That is how I know the Equan Bedouin encoded important ancestral data within their holy writings. I need you to seek out old Fremen religious sites and recover what you can.
Nice. And then...
I've not seen you before. Pray, what can you want from me? If you are asking where my allegiance lies, my sisters and brothers are smugglers. I'm with them. Who can say? Perhaps they're in the sand. Perhaps not. Some say they will return with a storm. By being reliable. By being more than a common thief, like Einar over there. Not the word I would use for that thieving addict. But yes, the spice prospector. Be wary of that one.
Trees flying.
I don't recognize the pattern of your footfalls. Who are you? Oh, you're in dubious luck, then. I am an adept of the Ginaz school. Millennia of martial knowledge distilled down to the broken form before you. Though I'm but a mangled memory of Saren Valen, a memory is enough to thrash you. Keep your distance. Seems there's an old custom on this cruel planet to cast the blind out among the dunes for burial by way of Wormbelly. Several curs accosted me to uphold that tradition. I scribed regret upon their flesh in so bold a signature as they won't soon forget. On guard. Whether you are worthy or not, my days of training are long gone. Still, There's something you could do for me, and maybe we can reach an accord. In a recent scrape, I gave as good as I got. Oh, but the knaves made off with the last possession that is important to me. The hilt of my old Gnaz sword. Find out who did this, and I would find myself obliged to you. Off you go then.
I knew you'd be back. Only a matter of time.
I was never here. What do you mean I'll be back? I was never here.
That is Antara's bat!
Uh-oh. The fucking bat betrayed me. Sardukar.
You are not the lion, but that is his beast.
Hi. Motherfucker.
Let's make this quick. I have a transport due any time now. Demo, Azat, and whoever you are, get out. And you. I don't know you. And that's a problem because it's my job to know everyone around here. Even the degenerate smuggler I declined to name as Mara Effendi. Of course I know that rogue. It's my job to know, and I'm good at my job. But then you come along to make me look bad in front of my superior. You were sighted fleeing the scene of a terrible crash. A prison transport, as I understand it, carrying work crews bound for Neo-Carthag. But here's the strange thing. We recovered the crew and passenger manifests. And what do you think we found? All hands were accounted for. 87 names, 87 bodies. Which brings us back to our central mystery. You. Who are you? How did you come to be on that shuttle? But most importantly, how are you known to the Fremen outlaw Zantara?
Avdo Prejt Kiva.
The Sardaukar say he helped you, and only you.
Spado Has.
It's a shame we've not the time to dig deeper. I'm sure you would have much to share given the proper incentive. But alas, my expertise is required elsewhere. And while the Sardaukar are many things, jailers, they are not. So then, you may take your secrets to the grave. We will find and kill your Fremen Confederate in any event.
No slight to you, Tors. I just thought that this interrogation might benefit from my visage.
The hell?
Do you see, Sub-Prefect? Hypnoligation. This prisoner was deliberately layered with a compulsion, and my face is the trigger. Enough of this. So a mystery within a mystery. Who did this to our prisoner and why? And what does it have to do with Zantara the Lion? Bring them.
Fascinating. Your compulsion is designed to react only to the sight of my real face. This projection allows us to talk face to face, so to speak. I am Count Hazimir Fenring. I serve the Emperor as observer and confidant, and I keep his Sardaukar from getting too far off the leash. You've heard the expression, the spice must flow. I am the man who ensures that it continues to do so. So, having established who I am, we turn to you. An escaped prisoner, a survivor. But every person carries their past with them. Who are you? A former citizen, perhaps. Whatever your old life, it cannot have been particularly noteworthy. What is noteworthy is this sequence of events. A crashed prison transport, an escaped prisoner rescued by the outlaw Zantara. Finally, an insidious form of compulsion that forces the subject to kill themselves rather than be subject to my presence. It's almost flattering. Do you remember who gave you this compulsion? Do you know how it came to be? That's remarkable. You survived the Bene Gesserit test for humanity. There are very few who can boast of that. And then Zantara rescues you from the wreckage of the ship. Why you? What is your association with him? Truth be told, I am less interested in the outlaw. The Sardaukar want his head, but my interests rarely align with those of the Imperial Legion. No, I am mostly interested in whoever did this to you, and whether there is a way we can help each other. Exactly. You have been a victim of nefarious circumstance, and yet it is clear that you are a singularly resourceful individual. A survivor. I can use someone like you. Someone who can survive in difficult situations. And in return, I promise you answers. For now, do nothing. Enjoy your freedom. But when you are ready, make your way to Hanevar's bar in Harko village. Find my contact. 'Tis 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 '
That will let her know who you are. Be discreet. The ones who did this to you are powerful and subtle. I cannot protect you from their compulsion. We've spoken long enough. I will have the guards return your weapons and put you out in the street. I will keep my agent apprised of what I learn. I leave you with this. Do not waste sorrow over the aristocracy of misfortune. You have your life to live.
Okay.
I've been waiting for you.
The Centaur is here.
Keeping an eye on things. Dodging Sardaukar patrols. Making sure that everyone who was looking for me was looking in the wrong places. The Sardaukar let you go. Either you told them something valuable enough to buy your freedom, or you've been working for them all along. Which is it? Work for him. Why? This compulsion. Fenring seems unusually interested in you. I warn you, Offworlder, he's a dangerous man. He's one of the best duelists in the Imperium, but he is the Emperor's right hand. A man who works from the shadows. Whoever gave you this compulsion must not want their secrets or knowledge of your mission to fall into his hands. Do nothing, Offworlder. Carry on exactly as Fenring has asked. He's almost certainly watching you. Your best hope is to do as he bids. Meet his contact. Carry out their assignments. Pay attention. Anything Fenring asks you to do will serve a double purpose. Plans within plans. I'll do what I always do, Offworlder. Make sure you don't get killed.
look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? I like to think that Fenring has good taste in his acquisitions. But you look like a problem to me. Oh, I like that. I'm the one adding the impurities, kitten. No dealer would mess with a Tuic on Arrakis. Not if they wanted to keep working. No, kitten. That's the entire point. You are not supposed to recognize it. That's why Fenring sent you to me after all. For some side business. Oh, not me, kitten. This is Fenring's show. He wants you to do a little wet work. Assassination. Straight from the handbook. Educational and thrilling. Oh, it's a boring old book from almost 10,000 years ago. A list of ways to kill people, and the weapons you can use under the Great Convention. Oh, his instructions were very specific, kitten. You're going to learn the how and why of the Assassin's Handbook. Ready to get to work? I have two names to whisper to you, kitten. The Glutton and the Paranoid. Which do you want to hear about? A new leader has risen amongst the slavers of the Haga Basin. We know almost nothing, except this. His appetite is voracious. The Assassin's Handbook teaches us of chaumas, poison in the food. Take this file, find this leader, and poison his food. Your way has been prepared. Our agent, Petir, hides among the slavers. Find Petir, and he will tell you what he knows. If you are caught, you do not know me. You have never heard the name Fenring. Do you accept, kitten? Then go, kitten. Show them your claws.
Questioning the authority of House Harkonnen is an act of defiance. Report any.
It's not good that I cannot see the other maps.